Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? It is still August. That means it is still officially Texas Chainsaw Massacre month. So I'm going to be going through all my Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff that I have, except for two things, and I'll tell you what they are right now. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre poster that I have out in the living room, and also my 5-panel uh, picture that I have on the wall. And mainly because, well, they're in a different room, and also because the paneled picture, the cat kept knocking them off the wall. So for about a year now, they've just sort of been sitting on the floor, except for one panel. And I just haven't, we've been moving shit around. So sometimes we just left it where it is. And it's just not, I don't know. You get the idea. Anyway, sorry, it's also going to be a weirdly lit video because originally I was going to do this all as one video, and I have like a lamp here that I was going to be using, but unfortunately the lamp, there's nowhere to really plug it in on this side of me, so a little dark on here, a little light on here. This is ceiling light, natural light from outside. So I'm going to do all the sit down stuff in one video, and then I'm going to do all these goodies back here in a second video. So, which is also good because it's probably going to be a pretty long video. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, help me get up to 1,000 subs, I'd really like that. That would be awesome. If you want to like and comment and do all that stuff, because I do love comments. I love the banter. And yeah, so let's just get into this. I'm going to have a big mouthful of water first because I know my throat's going to go dry. So there's a cat trying to get in the room. But unfortunately, with all this here, I don't want the cat in the room. Anyway, I realized I forgot something, but I'm doing the video in two parts, so the thing I forgot doesn't really matter. Oh, excuse me, because I can go get it. Anyway, so we'll start off here. I'll just go right to the movies themselves. And this isn't just Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one. This is Texas Chainsaw Massacre in general. But as you can see, pretty much everything except for a couple items here and there is the first movie anyway. So I'll just start off with here. The movies are just kind of stacked. They're not in any particular order. Texas Chainsaw Massacre: A Family Portrait Revisited. Now, basically, what this is, it's a documentary. It's got interviews from all the main cast and probably other people. I haven't watched this in like years, but anyway, that's essentially what it is. It's not hard to find if you're still collecting physical media, as I am. Yeah, it's an easy one to find, and it's really nothing too crazy, but if you're a collector, it's just fun to have in your collection. And of course, we got Pam, Terry McMinn, in her infamous scene from the film on the back. And next, like I said, these are in no order. They're just sort of stacked all together. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation, or also known as, I think, the New Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the movies. I just did all my reviews on the movies. And if you want to check those out, comment on those. They're recent ads, so they're easy to find. Just scroll down a few and you'll find them all. But I've always really liked this poster art. And there's that one too, which, yeah, I never liked that because, number one, Leatherface doesn't look like that in the movie, though he's a little more androgynous in this movie than any of the others, and easily the worst Leatherface of the bunch, in my opinion. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, also Texas Chainsaw, also known as Texas Chainsaw 3D. Sorry, like I said, the lighting in here is a little screwy. You know what? Let me try something. Okay, I slightly changed the angle of the camera. Anything creepy and gross behind me? No, okay. Dirty laundry or something. Just some bed sheets. But, and the reflection, just see Tracy's clothes hanging up over there. But, yeah, that was some fun little chaos. In those few seconds, or that split second for you, about a minute and a half for me of trying to move where the lighting's a little bit better without revealing too much of the background. The camera fell over. I had to catch it, and it was, I almost wish I was recording still because it was kind of fun. But anyway, yeah. Yes, so there's that. Anyway, and Leatherface, the backstory that everybody seems to hate. I mean, I don't like it. The movie itself isn't that bad, but it's a terrible backstory. Like I said, check out my reviews. You'll hear all about all of these. I'll save these ones for last. Then we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, another backstory from the remake, which I also really like. Does this work? Not a fan of Andrew Bernarski. I think he's an asshole, but he does play a good Leatherface. I will give him that. And of course, the remake right there, which I think is a solid remake in terms of all the remakes that had come out in the 2000s. Probably the best one of them of the bunch. But Leatherface 3, yeah, this one's okay. It's entertaining. It doesn't really go with the rest of the two that came before it, but it's still a fun movie to watch. And then this one, they talk about Leatherface having sex, and this one, Leatherface kind of air humps with a saw and has an orgasm. So, but anyway, this is a really fun movie, excellent movie. And also, a thing I discovered recently is that the sleeve is actually different than the inside. The inside is gory. It's got body parts and some more blood, and this just has a saw and some blood. So kind of cool. And I only learned that when I just rewatched it the other day. My first copy of Texas Chainsaw Massacre I ever had on DVD is right here. I originally also had it on VHS, but stupid me decided to, when I got this and I moved and we were getting rid of a bunch of shit, I got rid of that VHS copy of Chainsaw Massacre, and I got rid of a good VHS copy of Night of the Living Dead, my two favorite horror movies of all time. Go figure. And the original here, Steelbox version. Sorry, it's got more going on than this one does, quite a bit more. And I do really like the cover art. I've always liked this picture of Leatherface, and I like the sort of gold color scheme they got going on. And then over here, I don't know why I'm rushing so fast. I forgot I'm doing two different videos. So, and then we got the 40th anniversary. I really wish I was able to get the one with the Black Maria truck and it has the apron and it's the full truck and it opens up. Because what I saw some other people doing is they have all their DVD collection, but they have it all in Blu-rays and they have them all sitting in the back of the truck, which I thought, oh, that would be so cool. So cool to do. And it'd be also really awesome to have that. So I always have my eye out on that for that one, but I'm sure it'll be paying a pretty price to buy a movie I already have just to get all that cool stuff. But it's cool stuff and I want it, so it's me. It's just me. I'm a hoarder. Well, not really, but you know. Okay, I got this little Leatherface I just got in. It was like a sort of like a hippie store kind of thing. They sell like fragrance stuff and little homemade things, and they had a bunch of horror figures. This is 3D printed. A bunch of horror figures, Jason and Jason, Michael, Ghostface, like all the more popular, trendier ones that the general public would be interested in. I was like, oh, I wonder if they have a Leatherface, and they had multiples of everything else, and they're all in packages. Then I saw this just sitting there by itself, not even in a package, and I was just like, what are the odds? What are the odds? The Leatherface gods are smiling on me today when I saw this. And like, look how bloody it is. Like this was in not a horror store or anything like that. It sold scented candles. It sold like sort of, I'm going to say hippie clothes for lack of a better term. Like really kind of a nice, friendly incense in the air kind of place. And then there's this right there. And I was like, I knew I came into this store for a reason. That reason was because Tracy wanted to go in there and check out some of the stuff. But there was also fate. Okay, moving on. I got a couple decks of cards. Nothing really too interesting. They're just cards. I know something I also forgot to get, but I'm not going to dig it out. It's a metal plaque that says this area protected by something. I don't know what it says. I can't remember. And it's got the picture of the family all sitting on the stairs, the production photo, them all sitting on the stairs. But I'm not going to dig that out. But anyway, you got the poster and then a production still right there, production shot. So, and then I got this badge here, which I also got at the same store that I get my big Leatherface pillow, which is it's over there in the corner with this display. So usually it's in the background of pretty much all of my videos. I got this at the same store. This is from Trick or Treat Studios, and I know they have like pop-up stores all over the place, and they have actual stores. I've never seen one in Toronto, unfortunately. I don't even know if they're in Canada, which is heartbreaking for me, and probably a really good news for my wife because, yeah, the amount of stuff I'd be buying there. The amount of stuff I'm buying now, and I actually have to look for stores to find the stuff that I like because they're few and far between. There's still a lot of them, but and a lot of them are comic book stuff. comic book shops that happen to sell this kind of stuff as well. So, but anyway, I got a few more items left. I got my Texas Chainsaw Massacre lunchbox right here. The catchphrase, or the whatever it's called, the phrase on it, "Who will survive?" It doesn't have the "what will be left of them" part added. They're in the bottom. And actually, this one didn't. All the lunch boxes I have, the other ones I have, all have thermoses. This never didn't come with a thermos, unfortunately. But I also use it just to store a lot of random stuff in there. So, okay, moving on. Two more items. Put that guy down there. So I got my Texas Chainsaw Massacre board game. I bought this a couple years ago, and I've yet to play it. I've read it. I've read the instructions. I've learned how to play it. It's just I don't really have a lot of company. I'm kind of a loner. I do have a lot of friends, but one lives way out here, one lives over there, and a lot of the people I know live downtown Toronto. I live uptown Toronto, and nobody wants to come to uptown Toronto. Trust me, it's boring, except for all the crackheads and drugs and gunshots. But it's boring. There's nothing to do up here. I'm not gonna lie. So they don't want to come up here, and I'm not going to bring a board game downtown in hopes that we might sit in a bar somewhere and play it and not spill beer all over it. So, and this is also Trick or Treat Studios, and I know they make a lot of games because I think I have the Jaws one. I got a few others, a couple others. And last but not least, I really like this item. I really like this a lot. This is the Chainsaw Confidential book written by Gunnar Hansen himself, the OG Leatherface, right there, and there he's on the bottom. The iconic dance at the end of the movie, how we made the world's most notorious horror movie. This is an excellent book, and because it's written actually by one of the main people in the movie, and it's legit, and it's also written in order. Like he wrote it. The film wasn't filmed in order, as most movies aren't, but he wrote this in order. So as you're reading it along with as the movie would be playing in your head, so to speak. So you're not jumping from this scene to this scene. It goes from the start of the movie to the end of the movie. So it's really easy to read and follow along and not sort of get lost in, oh, wait, what scene was this again? But yeah, excellent book. If you're a fan and you don't have this book, I suggest picking it up. There's a lot of information in here. A lot of the stuff that you've read about from other people in interviews, but also from Gunnar Hansen's perspective. And just a few behind the scenes stories that you would never have heard outside of this book. So definitely check this one out. This is this is an excellent book. And yeah, so that's it for part one. This is, like I said, this is all the sit down stuff. And then I'm going to move on to part two and talk about all the figures and collectibles and other fun stuff that I have up there. Anyway, if you watched this all the way, thank you so much. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, help me get up to 1,000 subs. I'd really appreciate that. Just a little goal I'm setting for myself. I say this all the time, but I'm not monetized. I just do this for fun. I mean, like you couldn't tell I'm not monetized. Ooh, look at the high quality effects in this video. No, yes, I'm a simple guy with a simple plan. The simple plan is to get to 1,000 subs, but I need your help for that, and I'd really appreciate that. Like if you want, and if you want to comment, I really love comments. I love the banter. I love when people get back to me. So anyway, I guess this is it for video one, and until the next one, bye.